closed. One more time, just to make it. Look at this, ready? Closed. That's it. No pressure. Not like one of those. You know what I'm saying? But just nice and casual. This is an E92 M3, guys. Look at it. That's it. Look at that gap. Everything is ooh, like I said last time about the wheels. I remember that. What is up, guys? Welcome back to a new episode from BackYardBoyz. If you guys are new to this channel, please lightly tap the subscribe button right over here, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications because this car right over here is extremely close to being done. In this episode, we're actually going to be putting together all the undercarriage stuff we had to pull off to get the car onto the frame machine, and we're actually going to block all this out, make sure all the bodywork looks perfect, and also we're going to cut it in. By that I mean painting the rear body panel, painting everything inside. That way it is ready for paint. Unfortunately, we're not going to be painting this car, and the reason for that is because we don't have access to a paint booth right now, and another reason for that is because the color of this car is tri-stage, and I don't have much experience with tri-stage, so I'd like the job done right the first time. So with that being said, let's get this car onto the frame machine and start putting on the pieces under there, and I'm going to start blocking out all this, making sure that the body lines and everything looks perfect. Let's go. Fire up. Oh, snap. All right, back her up. Alright guys, well now that the car's on the frame machine, we do have room and access under here. Another thing we're actually going to do is tie down this subfloor right over here and get the whole inside, all the welds and everything primed in, make sure nothing is going to be corroded, rusted, and all cleaned up. But yeah guys, let's get right to it. I'm super pumped. This car is going to be on the road extremely soon. And look at that. Just take that in, man. That looks so good. Look how wide that is. Alright guys, well I started blocking this out with a mini block, a small block, 320 grit right over here, and things are looking good. This right over here actually came out all perfect. This is gonna look beautiful. This right here looks good as well, super flat, super perfect, no damage at all. On the last episode I actually mudded this out right here as well, and I primed it, and I thought I was gonna get away with this little spot right here, but it turns out that I couldn't block it out. It's a little piece of metal showing right over there. So in order to get that perfect, what I have to do is actually tap it back in with a little hammer, make sure it's flush as I can get, and then mud it again. Well, glaze it. I'm gonna just glaze it and then overhaul it again and make sure it's perfect because I want this transition up top to be absolutely perfect. This right here looks beautiful, and this down here just looks perfect. You'll never tell. This is just amazing. But yeah, we're gonna continue working. You know, a mistake like that is super minor, but we got to do it to make sure it's perfect because these cars right here, I can't like leave things like that. They just have to be perfect. I don't know, they're always gonna be bothering my eye. So yeah, let's keep working. Alright guys, well that is going to be it for tonight. We got a ton of work done. This quarter panel right over here, I basically prepped everything out besides this area over here. I did want the primer to sit a little bit, settle a little bit before I start blocking it, because I did mess up and I got it all repaired now. But anyways, we also went ahead and primed this inside area right over here, and the reason for that was because there was a little bit of rust here and there. I got the rear body panel primed, and tomorrow we're actually going to pick up some paint. That way we can actually cut in all these areas, make sure all the hidden spots are painted, and then we can disassemble the door. I got to do some repairs in the rear bumper to make sure it's perfect, and then after that we can actually get it all prepped up for the paint shop. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Let's go. Next morning here, guys, and I want to show you guys the damage on the rear bumper. There's some damage over here. It's pushed up, and then there's like a line right here. It's kind of hard to tell because the bumper is white, doesn't reflect too well, but here you guys can see a little bit here. But yeah, that's the damage on the rear bumper, and it's been painted before, which is kind of crappy because it's not been painted with quality. As you guys can tell, it's just kind of chipping. But anyways, we're gonna knock this whole bumper down, make sure it's all perfect. And we picked up some material, got some hardener, some clear, whatnot to cut in, and some color right over here. We got some color. Oh, that's not color. This is color. Boom. Got some white color to cut in all the spots. So the end result, or the goal for today's video, is actually to cut everything in and literally assemble the majority of the stuff that we can. Literally the whole interior can be assembled. Everything in the whole rear end can be assembled. All of this can be assembled, and I'm gonna actually cut in all of this over here. I got some paint for that as well. So guys, let's get back right into work, get this thing busted out, and next step is paint. I'm super pumped. I went ahead and actually just kind of base coated that with a little can of white, but it looks pretty good. Let's keep working. Alright guys, well, we got the majority of the stuff masked off. The door sill, or inside this door, whatever you call it, we're going to be painting it here all the way up through. We still got to mask off this rear quarter glass. Wheel, everything's masked off here, and everything that's going to be painted in here is basically masked off. So we're ready for paint. I just threw a little quick base layer of primer. Not necessarily primer, but it's a base layer of easy coat. Make sure it doesn't rust or anything, and then everything under here is basically ready for primer as well, or for base coat as well. But yeah, we're gonna continue grinding. We gotta get the rear window taped off and that window over there, and that's literally it. We're gonna start smacking this thing down with some color. Like I said earlier, we're just gonna cut it in, and then the main paint is actually gonna be done at a paint shop because I don't have access to a paint booth right now. But yeah guys, let's get it cut in. Alright guys, well, I'm going to explain a little bit of what happened. We actually started cutting everything in, and we realized that the paint actually looked a little bit too bright, which is weird because when the guy was mixing paint for me, it shows that the cut-in paint was only one stage. It was not dual stage or the tri-stage like the car is. Basically, it just has base and clear, and the car actually has base, pearl, and then clear, so it's tri-stage. We started cutting it in, and it was too white. It just did not look right. So what I actually ended up having to do was add a little bit of green and a little bit of yellow into the paint, and now the cut-in actually looks like a pearl. It's kind of weird, but it looks pretty good. I'm actually very, very surprised that it turned out like this. I'll show you guys right now. So the cut-in right here, it still has no clear. Kind of dark, I apologize, but you guys can tell it looks pretty good. The work here, you can't really tell anything, as in the Bondo or anything, the mud. But yeah, that's that. And I just kind of cut in here, just kind of based over here. But we're still gonna knock down this whole entire quarter panel with a soft pad and a Scotch-Brite, just make it, clean it up, make sure it gets painted professionally. But yeah, the blend, you can kind of hardly tell that it's really not pearl. It's kind of weird, but once we clear it, it should be perfect. And let's go check out this rear area right here. So as you can tell, this is the old dirty stuff over here, and I just kind of did my blend transition and into that right over there. Got everything inside, painted in, everything is looking pretty solid. Rear body panel, all this is fixed, everything looks good. And actually, here's a little scoop of the wider variant. Kind of hard to tell, but right there, I don't know if you guys can tell. But yeah, that's the wider variant, and then we added a little bit of brown, like I said, or a little bit of yellow and green, which is like a brownish tint, and it turned out to be pretty solid. Look at that, all the way through. Alright guys, well, we're actually gonna add one more base coat just to finalize this one, get all our blends in, and probably just spot in that just to get an extra layer of paint on. And then when everything dries, we're gonna block it all down, make it all perfect. And then tomorrow, I think tomorrow, we're actually taking it to paint. So yeah, we gotta fly through this. Let's keep working. Well guys, the camera died while I was doing the other coat, and I decided not to actually spot that in. But anyways guys, the paint is dry now. We dried it out with some fans because it is water-based paint. Everything is looking good right now. I'm gonna mix up some clear and go ahead and lay some clear down in the door jamb. We're actually gonna lay the clear down very heavy, how it's supposed to be. And up over here, we're actually gonna mist it, kind of make the clear a protective layer and have it look like an eggshell. I will show you guys the final product once the clear dries out. But right now, let's go ahead and mac down some clear, make it look OEM. Most exciting time. I love clear coat. Alright guys, well that was coat number 1, and everything back there is looking perfect. But in this jam, I do have a little bit of clear coat left, and I'm going to give it a second coat just because there's a little bit of dry spot by the striker, which you probably will not ever notice, but I want to make it perfect. So we're going to wait for this clear to dry out, and I'm going to step out of the shed right now, or the tent. I'm going to step out because it smells like clear coat in here. And give this a couple minutes, give it a little tacky coat, make sure it stiffens up a little bit, and I can come back and smack down a second layer. So yeah, catch you guys in a little bit.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, well it's been about 10-15 minutes. It's a little cold in here, so it takes the clear just a bit longer to tacken up for the second coat. But we are ready for the second coat, so let's get that mac down. Ouch. Well guys, here she is. We are almost ready for paint. This rear body panel and all this stuff is actually looking so good. I'm actually really pumped. The color matched so good. That over there is just extremely dirty, that's why it just kind of looks funny, but the color actually matches really good. I was super shocked. I was scared because it was white, much whiter, and I don't know what to do, but I added that green and yellow and it just did that perfect amount of whatever color, and it just made that pearl look, I don't know, look at that. Clear is almost dry, but we're not going to touch it. We're actually going to leave it till tomorrow, and then tomorrow we're going to go ahead and Scotch-Brite that, prep it, and then gray Scotch-Brite the door for a blend panel. And also what we're going to do is actually assemble all of this, assemble everything here, see how everything is painted. So assemble everything here, everything bottom, and then up here. Just basically the car should be in theory fully assembled. Besides the outside right over here and the two glass. And yeah guys, very close to getting painted. I'm super pumped, super darn pumped. It's like 10 o'clock at night, so So I'm gonna have to catch you guys tomorrow. It's pitch black outside, but tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and prep out this car, make it look beautiful, make it look ready for paint, and then send her off to the paint shop. And then I'm gonna try to get a little bit of sneak peeks at the paint shop, hopefully, if I have time. But yeah, guys, so stay tuned for that. That's actually gonna be the next episode where we finalize and show you guys the paint work and all that good stuff. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow because it is dark and late, so peace out. Alright guys, well, it is the next morning here and it's cold outside. That's why I got my hoodie on and whatnot. But anyways, the clear has cured up. Everything is good. Everything looks beautiful. We're ready for a major assembly process. We're gonna start assembling this whole rear section over here. Basically get everything in the trunk assembled because we don't need to take any of that apart anymore. Put the trunk back on, and then we're actually gonna put the taillights and rear bumper on, all that kind of stuff, just to go ahead and drive it down to the paint shop. So in theory, this car should look complete today, besides the paint. Besides that, interior should be assembled. But guys, we don't got much time. This thing gotta go to paint, so let's get this thing wrapped up and moving quick. Let's go. Alright guys, well, man, we are super tired. Been busting on this car, trying to get everything dialed in. And this rear end right over here, he just opened the trunk, but this rear end over here has so many different adjustments and gaps. You're looking at this gap down here, you're looking at this taillight gap, you're looking at this one, you're looking at this one here, bottom, all the way here, making sure that everything is perfect. And man, is it tough. Honestly, the GTR and the M2 gaps were much simpler than this car. I have no idea why, but yeah, much simpler. I'm gonna open the trunk, and inside here we actually got everything assembled, put the battery in, sprayed everything. Everything is nice. We're actually gonna paint this over here with the sound deadening stuff. That way we won't have as much drone as the typical E92 has. And the reason for drone is because of this garbage, I think, carbon composite, but whatever. Yeah, when we're gonna do our exhaust mod, so there wouldn't be any drone. Anyways, we got the majority of the interior assembled. We got this back plate on. All the interior is basically assembled, just the seat, but it takes 2 seconds to clip this seat in. Right over here, got this trim panel on, and all of this, wherever we did grind it down to spot weld and weld, we got it all touched up with paint. Make sure nothing rusts. There it is. Everything's looking beautiful. Our cut-in area looks just perfectly amazing. There you go. You'll never tell it's been mudded over there. But anyways, guys, we're done for today, and we've been bustling and hustling, trying to get this project back on the street as soon as possible because we got more projects. We got more projects coming. I got a very, very special build coming here soon, but I will keep that secret for a little bit until we get this one done and possibly move another project. But anyways, I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow because we got a little bit more to finish up before this puppy gets off sent to paint. So peace out. Next morning here, guys, and we're gonna continue working. We got a couple more things to button up, and then we can actually start knocking all this down, getting it all ready for paint. We got to pick up this door right over here. I played with the gap a little bit, and I just got to pick the whole door up. We're gonna do that. There's adjustable hinges right up over here. There's adjustable hinges here, and it looks like someone's already been tampering with it. Probably the work that's done on this car before. But I don't know. Anyways, interior is basically all assembled. This thing needs to be clipped in. But yeah, interior is all assembled. Showed you guys yesterday. So guys, let's get that busted out. Put the striker on. Make sure this door fits perfectly. We got that rear, where's that piece? Right over here. This rear floor mat coming in as well. Basically everything assembled here. So yeah, coming very, very close to being done. Alright guys, so well, we just messed around with hinges and everything, and we got the striker adjusted. Take a look at this, motor truth, ready? Look at this. Closed. Closed. One more time, just to make it. Look at this, ready? Closed. That's it. No pressure. Not like one of those. You know what I'm saying? But just nice and casual. This is an E92 M3, guys. Look at it. That's it. Look at that gap. Everything is ooh, like I said last time about the wheels. I remember that. Alright guys, well, a quick accountability check for you guys. The rear bumper is fixed up now. There was just some funny spots down here, but now there's just some paint cracks, and we're actually going to go ahead and sand those paint cracks out, and this rear bumper is technically ready besides Scotch-Brite. The gaps over here, right by the fender, look at that thing. Bam, perfect. This one down here, all the way through is just perfect. Showed you guys earlier how this door closes. Beautiful, just better than the driver's side. But once that seal comes on, it's going to be just a hair tighter, which is actually perfect. Right now we're actually going to clean up the frame machine a little bit, roll this car halfway down, and then DA this rear bumper. The reason for that is just much more comfortable for me to work on this rear bumper. I get a little sitting place right there. But anyways, let's get this car rolled down a little bit, and then after that, once we fix this rear bumper, we can send her off to paint. And you guys probably won't see this car for about, I would say about a week until we get it back. I don't know how long exactly, but we're gonna start working on the E46 M3. Parts started coming in for that car, and I'm super pumped to get that car back on the streets. And I tease you guys about a little new build that's still gonna be a secret, but it's crazy. It's absolutely wild, guys. Stay tuned, but for now, let's hop back on and finish this one here. journey. This is actually one of the longest projects that has taken me. It's super long. It's been like, I don't know how long, 2 months? Because we did the quarter panel and then we decided to swap it and whatnot. But anyways, guys, I appreciate all you guys' comments, all you guys' likes, all you guys' support, everything, all that kind of stuff. It goes into the YouTube algorithm and it boosts my videos, and I truly appreciate that, guys. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. With that being said, this is gonna be a wrap for this video right over here. And thank you so much for watching, staying true to the very, very end. And guys, this car right here is gonna be gone for about a week. But like I said earlier, we're gonna start working on the E46 M3, getting things buckled up with that car. And yeah, so with that being said, you guys have a beautiful day. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, because I'm out.